Welcome back. In this video, we're going to explore something that most of us are fully immersed in, the modern business model, and how it's contributing to a stagnation in spiritual growth. In many ways, this model, which dominates our world, pulls us away from the deeper aspects of life. Let's break down how. One of the most obvious ways the modern business model affects us is through the constant need to chase attention. Social media platforms, ads, and brands all compete for your time, your energy, and your focus. In a world where businesses thrive on clicks, likes, and views, we end up addicted to the attention economy, constantly seeking more attention for ourselves or giving our attention away to meaningless distractions. This takes us out of the present moment, the only place where real spiritual growth can happen. Instead of being present and connected with ourselves and the world around us, we are consumed with chasing validation, approval, and success through external means. We lose sight of the deeper truths of life, becoming more concerned with how we appear online than with how we are evolving spiritually. The business model also affects how we nourish our bodies. In a world driven by convenience and profit, there's a lack of organic, full foods, the kind of foods that still carry life force energy. Instead, most people consume processed foods that have been stripped of their vitality, leading to physical, mental, and spiritual stagnation. When we eat dead, processed foods, we lower our energy, making it harder to connect to our higher selves or experience true vitality. The business model prioritizes profit over health, flooding the market with foods that are easy to sell but don't serve our bodies, minds, or spirits. Another major issue is how much time we spend staring at a screen, whether it's for work, entertainment, or social media. While technology has its benefits, it's become a major source of disconnection. We are glued to our devices, which pulls us out of the present moment and into a constant cycle of distraction. By living in a virtual world, we lose touch with the natural world and our inner world. Instead of being present and tuning into the now, we are lost in digital interactions, simulations, and artificial stimuli. This disconnect from the present is one of the biggest obstacles to spiritual growth, as growth can only happen when we are fully aware and engaged with the reality around us. In the modern business world, the idea of charging others for services is deeply ingrained. It's seen as the way to exchange value. But from a spiritual perspective, this creates a disconnect. When we charge others, we are often operating from a place of fear. The fear that if we don't demand something in return, we won't receive what we need. True service comes from love and compassion with no expectation of return. When we serve others out of love, trusting that the universe will provide, we align with the natural flow of abundance. But the business model teaches us to expect something in return for everything we give, reinforcing the idea that we must control or manipulate energy to survive. The spiritual path shows us that when we give freely, the universe rewards us in ways we couldn't predict. This doesn't mean we can't thrive financially, but it requires a shift in how we think about values and service, moving from a transactional mindset to one rooted in trust and faith. Finally, the business model keeps people's minds functioning on the same level. Instead of fostering innovation or personal growth, many businesses simply copy what others are doing because it's proven to work. It's a constant cycle of repetition, the same ideas, the same models, and the same goals over and over again. This stifles true creativity and keeps us from exploring new perspectives or stepping outside of the box. Instead of evolving, we're encouraged to stick to what's safe, what sells, and what's already been done. Spiritually, this keeps us stuck in a loop, unable to expand or explore higher truths. We end up focusing only on the material, the known, and the comfortable, rather than the unknown, where true growth and discovery lie. So how do we break free from this stagnation? First, we must become aware of how the business model operates and how it pulls us away from our deeper nature. By disconnecting from the constant need for attention, choosing more nourishing foods, spending time away from screens, and focusing on serving others out of love rather than expectation, we can start to realign ourselves with a path of growth. We must also recognize that creativity and innovation are spiritual gifts. When we stop copying what works and start exploring our own unique expression, we open up to new levels of understanding and possibility. The modern business model, as it stands, is not built to foster spiritual growth. It's designed to keep us chasing the external, repeating the same patterns and staying disconnected from the present. But by becoming aware of these patterns and choosing a different path, one rooted in love, presence, and service, we can break free and experience the true abundance that the universe has to offer. Thanks for joining me. My name is Tyler Redbeard, and I will see you in the next video.